Hi, I'm Ray Montie. I'm a national consultant with Ambit Energy. Been with the company since October 7th of 2007. Let's talk about getting a new consultant off to a great start. To me, there's two things we need to do to make sure that our new business partner sticks with us long term. And the first one is getting them paid. And the quickest way to get a brand new Ambit business partner started is walk them through the sign-up process, help them pick a nickname for their website, which counts as 2 customers. If they're in a service area, let's upgrade their service and help them become their own first customer. So their website plus themselves is 3. And then guys, we want to go get 2 more customers. As soon as we can get 2 more customers for a total of 5, they've got $100 coming back to them. And you know, it's amazing what will happen when people get paid and make a little bit of money back on their investment. The second thing we want to do to help a new business partner get off to a great start is get them plugged in the system. Make sure they're getting on the team calls. Make sure they're plugging into the weekly meetings, the webinars, the web trainings that are available. Also, try to get them to the big events. So if you want to be successful, 2 things you want to do. You want to get your new business partner paid as quick as possible, not only gathering customers, but take some time and go out there and mentor them. Help them build the business. Help them do their first one-on-one. Maybe do a grand opening, an in-home presentation, and then get them plugged into the system, all the tools that are in place to help you build your business. One of the most important parts of your business is to know why you're building your Ambit Energy business. Let's be honest, the startup cost with Ambit is not a whole lot, and which means there's not a lot of skin in the game. So it's important to know why you're building the business for a couple reasons. First of all, this is a business. You're going to have ups and downs, highs and lows. It's not always easy. There's going to be times where you're a little bit frustrated. Maybe your friends and family don't understand what you're trying to do. What's going to get you through those tough times is having a strong why. Maybe it's spending more time with your family. Maybe it's firing your boss. Maybe it's being able to donate more money to the church or charity of your choice. Whatever your why is, you need to get in touch with it. If there's a new car you want to buy, go test drive it. Go take your son or daughter to the college that they want to go to, not the one you can afford to send them to. But knowing your why will have a lot to do with your success. We like to tell people the stronger the why, the better the chance that you'll have of being successful. One of the things we always like to do with our new business partners is have them make a vision board. Sit down with your spouse or significant other and cut out some pictures and put it on a board of the things that you're going to be able to do for you and your family by building an Ambit Energy business. You know, it's fun when your family gets involved and everybody's focused on the why, because we say it all the time. The stronger the why, the better the chance that you'll have of being successful. Guys, know your why. One of the most important things for a new consultant to do when they first get started with Ambit Energy is to make a large, extensive contact list. And here's the purpose of this list. You're going to become a professional sorter. You know, don't prejudge people. People you think will, won't. People you think won't, will. You never know who's going to join your business. And we've got a lot of successful people, business owners, doctors, attorneys who are joining this company. So please don't prejudge. Large, extensive list. And then what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to start sorting through that list. You know, some of those people on that list, they might only end up being customers. That's okay. You want to make a large list. People that you're in business with, people that you went to high school or college with. Who do you send out holiday cards to? Numbers do you have stored in your cell phone? Who do you see from church? These are all potential consultants, and if not consultants, the very least customers. Now, when you make that contact list, what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to start sorting through that list. And generally, when you start sorting through that list, you're going to find 3 types of people. The first type of person you're going to find is somebody who's just negative and not interested. And, you know, guys, I spent a lot of time trying to educate people on what an incredible business this is. And what I found is negative, cynical people, they never change. So rather than argue with them and try to show them your point of view, the best thing you could do is thank them for your time and just move on. You don't want a negative, cynical person in your business anyway. The second type of person you're going to come across is somebody who likes what they see. Maybe they come to a business presentation, they look at your website, they watch a DVD, but the timing's just wrong in their life. You know, they're going through a health issue or a divorce, or maybe they're in between jobs. Follow-up is critical with these people. Sometimes a month, 2 months, 6 months, something changes in their life, and all of a sudden they're open to this opportunity. But the key to this business and the key to making a large list is to sort through that list and define what we call the pearls. A pearl is somebody who the timing is right in their life. They're praying for an opportunity. You've approached them at the right time. A lot of times they're business owners. They're people of credibility. They're people who are involved in their church. They look at this business. They get excited. It makes sense to them. Pearls usually get off to a great start. They go out there and get 5, 10, 15 customers right away, and they get back double, triple their investment. A lot of times they fast track to regional consultant. Here's the good news. You don't need to go find 100 pearls. Go find 2 or 3 pearls in your Ambit career and teach those people to sort through their large, extensive contact list and find other pearls. And guys, this company will pay you a whole lot of money. When my network marketing business really started taking off was when I understood what the purpose of the invitation was. One of the biggest problems that we have when we get involved in this industry was we have a tendency to get very excited, pick up the phone, start calling friends and family, and trying to explain this business over the phone. Guys, it doesn't work because our friends and family know that most of us have no idea what we're talking about when it comes to gas and electricity. When I understood that the purpose of the invitation was for one thing and one thing only, to get somebody to carve out 20 to 30 minutes of their time where I could sit down and actually make a presentation. The invitation should be short, it should be sweet, it should be no longer than 2 or 3 minutes. If you start having a lot of questions and answering a lot of questions, you've said too much. Generally, when I get on the phone for the invitation, the first thing I like to do is I like to compliment the person. I like to let them know that I appreciate their time. I appreciate the fact that they're a successful business person. And a lot of times what I ask for is I ask for their opinion, because what I found is I'm going to get it whether I ask for it or not. So I let them know, you know, I'm excited to talk to you. I know how successful you've been. I'm looking for your opinion on something I'm really excited about. And guys, you got to be excited. The reason people will look at your business a lot of times is your excitement and your enthusiasm. So when I pick up the phone and I call my friend Rob, and Rob gets on the phone, the first thing I'm going to do is say, Rob, I'm really excited about something and I need your opinion. And a lot of times they'll say, sure, what do you need me to do? And we'll get together for lunch. At that point, I've done what I was trying to do, which is just get somebody to sit down with me for 30 minutes. Now, it doesn't always go that easy. There's times where people will start asking questions. And a lot of times I'll tell them, Rob, I'm excited to sit down. I've got something I'm really excited about. And when people start asking questions, what I simply tell them is, listen, this is 99% visual. I can't do it over the phone. I would love to sit down with you for 30 minutes. And a lot of times what they'll start doing is they'll ask for more information. Tell me a little bit more. Guys, when somebody asks for more information, give them more information. You take control of that conversation. See, the way I do my business is I am interviewing for potential business partners. So when somebody asks me a question, I turn it around on them and I say, Rob, how many people do you know that use gas or electricity or who might want to go solar? And then I listen to their response, and most times it's everybody they know. The second question I ask them is, do you think they would like to pay less for their gas or electricity bill or potentially get it for free? And then I listen to their answer to that. And then the third question I ask them is, how would you like to earn a serious residual income and potentially thousands of dollars in bonuses by referring free energy? And then I listen to their answer, and 9 out of 10 times their answer is yes, yes, and yes. How do I find out more? And then at that point, what I do is I set the appointment to go do a presentation at their home, to pick them up and bring them to a weekly meeting, to have them look at my website, to give them a Success from Home magazine, whatever I've got to do to get the presentation in front of them. But guys, you can't combine the invitation, which is the art of simply getting somebody to take a look, with the presentation. The presentation is when you give them the facts. The biggest mistake we make in this business is we say too much. We have a tendency to try to explain over the phone. That's not the purpose of the invitation. Keep in mind, the purpose of the invitation is to simply get people to look. The more you know, the slower you go. The less you say, the more you make. Make sure you keep the invitation short and sweet and just get people to take a look at this business. You know, one of the biggest mistakes I made when I got involved in network marketing was I said too much. I was a salesperson. I would pick up the phone and I would call everybody I know and just throw up all kinds of facts on my company with them. And what I realized is I was getting into what was called the valley of the death. I would pick up the phone, I'd start explaining the business, and they would start asking me questions that I could not respond to. And what I realized is the more I did that, the less confident I was. And when my team started doing that, they were frustrated because they didn't have all the answers. They felt like they needed to know more about this business, and it became non-duplicatable. So guys, one of the biggest mistakes we make is we say too much. We all have a tendency to say too much, and I understand why we do it. We're excited about what this opportunity can do for our families, but we need to follow a duplicatable system. And the purpose of the videos and the websites and all these tools and the three-way call is to simply get somebody to look. This is just a basic business principle. And here's what I mean by that. Let's go back in time to 1978, and Bill Gates and Microsoft comes to your hometown. Bill Gates walks into this meeting that night and he does an hour presentation on the future of Microsoft, the future of his company. At the end of the presentation, he lets you know that he's looking for investors in Microsoft. You've got two options when you leave there to share the information that they shared with you at that meeting that night. Option number one is, as you're leaving there, they give you a professionally done video, all the facts and figures on the company, Microsoft. They give you all kinds of positive press and credibility on the company, newspaper, magazine articles. And what Bill instructs you to do is to take this video, take this information, share it with anybody who's an entrepreneur. If they like what they see and they have a genuine interest and they have some questions, Bill Gates actually gives you his business card and says, give me a call with any of your prospects if they have questions and I'll answer them for you. That's option number one. Option number two is you leave that meeting on Microsoft that night, heard about it from the first time earlier that evening, and you start calling everybody you know, trying to convince them to invest some money in something you just found out about 3 hours earlier. You've got no money invested yourself. Your friends and family think you're crazy. Guys, that's saying too much. We have tools in place. We have great videos, great websites. All you need to do is get your friends and family to simply take a look at this business by just asking a couple questions, giving them a little bit of information. If they like what they see, if they like the credibility on the company, if they like the websites, the DVDs, and they have questions, get one of our leaders on the phone. Get one of our ECs or NCs or even some of our SCs who are very qualified to do three-way calls. That's how we build this business. Keep it simple, keep it short, don't say too much. If you think you're saying too much, you're saying too much. There's three things we need to do to be successful in Ambit Energy. We need to gather a handful of loyal customers. We need to plug in the system. And to me, once you do those other two things, the most important thing that we do and where we spend most of our time as leaders is showing the plan, showing the plan, showing the plan. Here's what I know. Your income is in direct proportion to how many times you and your team show the plan. If you want to get the RC, SC, EC, or NC, if you want to get on a 5-star trip, if you want to get a yellow jacket, a purple jacket, or now a silver jacket, the key is to go out there and get this business in front of as many people as possible. And guys, if you're out there showing the plan, you're going to find some people that aren't interested. Maybe they've just become customers. You're going to find some people who sign up and do a little bit, but you're also going to find some people who are very excited and go on to be top income earners in this company. So get it out in front of a lot of people. Now, there's a lot of different ways to show the plan. There's no wrong way to show this opportunity. Some of the worst presentations ever have led to some incredible business partners. Some of the best presentations ever have led to people not coming in. So don't worry about how you do it. Just get out there and get in front of a lot of people. People ask me, which ones do I use? I use weekly meetings. I'm at a weekly meeting from Monday through Thursday just about every single week. I absolutely love in-home presentations. I think every brand new consultant should have a grand opening where their sponsor or upline comes over, put out some light snacks, play the DVD, play the website, and then simply answer some questions. If you got to do a three-way call, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, one-on-one presentations. I spend a lot of time meeting people at Panera Bread, taking people for lunch, taking people for breakfast, going to people's homes and doing one-on-one presentations. The websites, the DVDs, the Success from Home magazine, there's no wrong way or right way of showing this business. It's about taking massive action. Again, your income is in direct proportion to how many times you and your team get somebody to look at this business. Show the plan, show the plan, show the plan. If you want to be real successful in Ambit Energy, one of the things you need to do is you need to do three-way calls, and you need to teach your team to do three-way calls. The reason a three-way call is so important is because most people that join our business are not salespeople. They'll never know everything about Ambit Energy, and this gives them the opportunity to go out there and build a big business. So how a three-way call works is this. I sign up my brand new business partner. I sign up Michelle. She comes in, we help her get started. We pick a nickname for her website. She upgrades her service. She gets a handful of customers, and now she wants to start showing the business. She's not going to just wait around for the Tuesday night meeting. She wants to get fast-tracked to RC. So the goal is to get the business in front of as many people as possible. And what does she do? Well, she calls me up. Actually, I prefer a text message. She sends me a text that says, Ray, are you going to be free at 8:30 tonight? Now, When somebody texts me, I want to know the time that you need me to be on the phone, not the time that the presentation starts. So Michelle sends me a text and says, I'm going to be showing the presentation to my neighbor tonight at 8 o'clock. Will you be free at 8:30? And I simply text Michelle back and say, sure, I'll be free. So what happens is at 8:30, I'm waiting for the call from Michelle. She calls me up, I answer the phone, she makes an introduction of her prospect, she tells them a little bit about me. You always want to build up the person you're doing the three-way call with. You want to make sure that your prospect knows that you have somebody who's successful in this business, who's had success, whether they're an RC, SC, EC, or an NC, maybe they're a 5-star trip winner, whatever awards they've got, whatever they've done in this business, you want to let that prospect know about it so they know that they're speaking with somebody who can help them get to where they want to be in this business. So Michelle does a great job. She shows them my picture on the Success from Home magazine, which is a great credibility piece. I recommend everybody have those. And then Michelle introduces me to her prospect. And the first thing I do is I always thank the prospect for their time. I let them know that Michelle's off to a great start, that they're in great hands, but I'm here to help them in any way, and I'm here to answer any questions that they might have. And then I listen to their questions, and a lot of times they'll ask me about certain states. I get a lot of questions about free electricity. I'm getting a lot of questions about solar, and I will answer their questions to their satisfaction. Now, when I'm done answering the questions, I always make sure to give them my phone number. Either Michelle will give them my phone number, or I'll ask them, do you have a pen and paper handy? And I let them know, if there's anything I can do to help you with your business, feel free to give me a call. This is what I do full time. And by the way, we have an entire system in place to help build your business. We do live web presentations. We've got conference calls. We've got weekly meetings. We've got 2 team websites, everything in place to support you and your business. The reason I give them my phone number and the reason I let them know about my system is when a prospect is looking at Ambit Energy in this business, there's 2 questions they're asking themselves. Question number 1 is, can I do this? Can I really make money with this opportunity? And you know, guys, the fact that all we do is gather a handful of loyal customers and find other motivated people, the answer is usually yes. The second question they ask themselves is, will somebody help me? Well, guys, if you're part of our team, the only way you're going to fail is if you just don't do anything or you don't plug into anything that we do. Otherwise, there's a system in place to guide you and help you get to the top of Ambit Energy. I hope this really helps you. You know, some of the keys to this business is getting one of our orange workbooks. The EC Factory workbooks has incredible information in there to help you build your business. And then the last thing, just don't quit. You know, here's the deal with this business. Every single one of you is one conversation away from an explosion in your business. And the key is just don't quit.